Hi, I'm Hazel. It is almost Saturday, so it's time for our Christmas, or post-Christmas wrap-up vlog, rather. It's after Christmas and before New Year's, so nice time for a little bit of a holiday wrap-up. I'm gonna do a really quick one just because I have somewhere that I need to be that I didn't find out about until really recently. Holiday season's still kind of kicking my butt, but it's almost past the busy time. It is almost time to just go back to work and do normal things on a normal schedule. Very much looking forward to that. Anyways, I had a lovely Christmas. It went really well. We had some friends over. The weather was acceptable. I made some food. It all turned out really well. The menu was pretty much entirely from the Warcraft cookbook. I made like the salmon and the carrots and the Caldori pine nut bread, and I made the pumpkin pie. I'd never made a pie before. And I tried the pumpkin pie, and it turned out surprisingly well for my first pie. It wasn't perfect, but the filling tasted really good and had the right consistency. The crust was a little iffy, and from what I understand, the crust is the hardest part of making a pie from scratch, so I'm gonna work on that. But it wasn't bad, so there's nowhere to go but up. It's just better pies all the way up in my features. So yeah, it was really nice. I actually received as a gift a KitchenAid stand mixer, which I've wanted forever. So ever since I got that, I've just been baking. I made some cookies, I made some homemade bagels, and it's got like this spiral dough hook thing that can just knead bread for me. And I love it because I love making homemade bread, and I really hate kneading. I get really bored of kneading really quickly, and then like my hands start to hurt, and it's just a big ordeal. And I still make bread because it's worth it, fresh bread. But this thing kneads bread for me. Oh, it's great. So I'm really excited about that. This vlog's gonna be a little quicker than normal just because I have a holiday party to go to this afternoon, actually. I thought it was next week, but it turns out it is in fact today. So I said I would bring bread because I'm on a bread baking kick. So I'm gonna get on that. Related to that, I do want to get a short stream in this afternoon, so I'm probably, once I have the bread rising, but before I actually bake it, gonna stream while that's going on. But it's gonna be a much shorter than normal stream, probably like 45 minutes, maybe an hour instead of 2 hours. I would like to try and grind some honor talents on my Horde Druid, because now that I've been making friends on my Alliance Druid and playing all sorts of PvP, turns out a lot of people also play in Horde and would like to play with me too. So I'm trying to get my Horde Druid, I want to try and get my Horde Druid some more everything. She has no honor talents, artifact knowledge, or power, or gear. She has none of the above. All right, so let's do some questions. Doc Skills wants to know, how has your experience with YouTube been, and any tips that you might have for a fledgling YouTuber? So I've been doing YouTube for 3 to 4 years, somewhere in that range. So quite a while. Experience with like the site and the functions of it has been remarkably good. It has issues every now and then they'll do something with the algorithm, or something with the creator tools will change. But for the most part, YouTube is a perfectly good site to be making content for. And tips for a fledgling YouTuber, and this kind of goes for anybody that's looking to get into a new creative hobby, would be to, of course, do your best and reflect on your work and try and grow. But more than anything else, just do it. With YouTube in particular, it's very easy to get in this like endless planning stage where you're trying to figure out, oh, well, what am I going to make? Is anybody else doing this? What kind of tags and keywords should I use? Should I use editing? Do I need more people? Do I need this or that? Or what kind of titles? Or, people spend so long preparing that they never actually make anything. And you're going to make mistakes no matter how hard you prepare. Your first video is probably not going to be objectively very good. You can go to my channel and scroll back to the very beginning, and there is some awful, very cringeworthy stuff back there, because it's what you have to do. You have to get it out of your system. You have to go and do it and practice and try, and the more you do it, the better you'll get. So my advice for any new YouTuber is to just do it. To just do it and make videos, take constructive feedback and continue to work on them, and always try and make your next one better than your last one. But above all else, just do it. Same thing for anybody looking to get better at pretty much anything. The key factor is showing up and getting some stuff done. It is much better to have made a fairly crappy thing, but to at least have tried, than to have not made it at all because you were afraid of making the crappy thing. Just make the crappy thing, and then make another one, and then a third one, and then 13 things later, it's going to be less crappy, I promise. Elise says, I have a question about playing priests. I play a disc priest, and I have loved this tune for a while. My complaint is that I'm slow. I'm always the last to arrive at a fight, and I try hard to make sure the equipment I use has haste, but I feel like I still need to speed up a bit. What do you do to make your priest faster? So I'll start out by saying, haste does not improve your movement speed, if that's what you're talking about. Haste improves your casting speed, does not have anything to do with your movement speed. To make your character move faster, you either need to use spells that increase your movement speed, or you need to use potions, Or speed, like there's an actual speed stat that you can bonus roll on your gear. It's pretty minimal. I wouldn't worry about it too much. For the most part, you're going to be moving just as fast as any other priest out there. I don't know if discipline priests have access to it. I would assume so, but on my shadow priest, there's a talent I take called Body and Soul that gives me a very short sprint every time I shield myself. So I just pretty much use that to get around. Other than that, there's not a whole lot else you can do. Please do not stack haste unless it is part of your spec, because haste will not make you move any faster. And then if you're talking about PvP and you're just really slow to the fight, you can always stay on your mount a little longer, or you can get out of combat and get back in your mount if you should so need to. Or if you're just indoors, then there's not a whole lot else you can do. If you're talking about like farming old instances, you're running through raids and you're just trying to farm some old stuff, but you're just slow. You can use speed pots for that. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else you can do. And then Kanye wants to know, could you please do Un1 tutorial? I don't know what you want. If there is a tutorial that you would like, feel free to request it in these comments. I'm looking into doing an OBS tutorial. I don't know if maybe that was a typo. Maybe you want an OBS tutorial. I am looking into doing that early in the new year. Beginner's OBS tutorial, no problem. I can do that. Yeah, leave requests for any videos that you're looking forward to seeing in 2017. Actually, those are my 2 questions for you guys. I have 2 questions. First one is if there's anything in particular you would like to see from this channel in 2017, if there's like a series, there's a type of guide that you want to see more of, there's a type of Let's Play sort of style video that you want to see more of, please leave it in the comments so that I can look through and sort of get an idea of what people want to see. And secondly, I would like to know what your New Year's resolutions are. I always try and make resolutions pretty much throughout the year and do my best to stick to them because I don't think there's anything particularly special about the new year. But I mean, it's 2017, 2016 is going to be over, and it is nice to kind of resolve to get a bit of a fresh start. So if there's anything that you personally are looking to change, either about yourself or your life, or just something that you want to work on and resolve to do in 2017, I'd love to hear about it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.